Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So, a couple of things going on here. So we were looking for a level to buy off yesterday. The trend is up, obviously, on Euro USD, and didn't quite get it. So this is my level here, and if I move it down, I've probably got to move it another level down. So you can see, not really closing on a level properly. We do have diversions here. We've got a higher low, and more than likely on a Fibonacci close to 61.8 Fibonacci. So, oh, sorry, I just want to delete the noise, not delete the indicator. Delete. Okay, so we've got a divergence, and that is continuation divergence. We've got a crossover brewing here, but we do have a bit of a rejection that could happen here at 109717. So, V reversals are rare, and this is a V reversal if this happens now. In other words, price goes straight up and then comes straight out. So it's not often that that happens. So normally you see some kind of a move up, creates a lower high, and then a move to the downside. So that could be what we're setting up. The trick is going to be on the hour. You can see we've got a crossover of your moving averages at the moment. They are flat, so there's no real indication. I would want to take this level here, drop it down to here, and I'd want to see price drop below this and then come back and test it. That would break this little trend line from yesterday, and then that would get us moving to the downside. So what the indexes are telling us is that is kind of what the noise is all about. We should be expecting a bit of a stronger dollar. But for me at the moment, I'm not interested in taking that short. I'm more interested in seeing whether this is going to continue higher. But when we start looking at things like the daily, look what's happening here. We've got a crossover of the oscillators and we're pointing down. So we are in a strong uptrend. There's no two ways about that. But by the looks of things, it's a bit of a reset lower down, probably chasing gaps or to come test one of these breakouts here on the daily. So your 15-minute could be your key for today. So if it does hold this level at 109638, then I would expect you're going to move back to the upside, and targets are going to be difficult to get, but my first area would definitely be this gap, which is wide open, and that would be 109997 or 10110. So that would be the neckline of a head and shoulders as well. So yeah, all to watch at the moment. There is possibilities for a move down to come and test this low, and there's also possibilities to move to the upside here. So you'd be wise to be watching the 15-minute chart on this one if you want to trade this. And so long as you're above the moving averages, the trend is up, and you'll be aiming for that. If you start dropping below this level of 109638 and retest it, you're looking to move down to 109183. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen. We have bounced off a little bit of structure here, didn't close the gap, but the concern I've got is the oscillators are grouped to the upside, and they have started to cross over, so that is bearish, but we do have a crossover of the moving averages that is brewing at the moment. So when you start looking at the hour, we've pulled back, big engulfing bar, and then another engulfing bar, and this morning we've got off with a pretty strong green bar with the oscillators pointing to the upside. So I suspect this is a retest of the moving average. You can see we broke through the moving averages a few days ago, come back, and now we're testing, and it lines up with a very strong area of support. So this is an area to buy. So what you're going to be doing is watching these tails here, because you've broken through there. So at the market open, you want to see a move up, you want to see a pullback on structure, which would give you an opportunity to buy. Stop area is below the low of yesterday at the moment, and this could be a fairly strong move to the upside. So I wouldn't lock in targets just yet. but the logical target is going to be right there to start with, 135, 132, and then any one of these tails, and then you see these tails here. So you might as well just put in a wide zone like that. So that's the target area that I would be looking to take profit in. Moving across to the pound, British pound, Japanese yen. We are still grinding higher at the moment. Still not really an attractive chart for me. If you start down to the hour here, you see what I mean. Just big up, big down. It is a grind to the upside. We're in an uptrend, but there's no real trend that's brewing. This is really sideways to up price action. So I'm still sitting quietly on the sides with this pair. Lastly, Euro British pound. We pull back onto structure. We've got this nice juicy pin bar off this level with a crossover of moving averages and a separation of our oscillators at the moment. Nice green engulfing bar going at the close yesterday, and if we look at this on the hour, you can see strong move down sideways, and then lots of pin bars, lots of structure forming. Only thing that I don't like is the grouping of the oscillators at the moment. So I'd want to see a move onto structure again, and these levels are still in place. So the first one is going to be 088285, and the second one's going to be 088202. So price come back in there, find support, and then move to the top. But unfortunately, I think you're going to be capped by kind of this area that we're in right here. So difficult one to trade. I just want to check the 15 minutes. There's something different here. You can see we swapped below the moving averages in a downward trend, and then nothing really worked out. Not even London breakout. Yeah, not even London breakout would have worked. And London breakout on this pair has been really messy as well the last couple of days. So swinging both ways. Anyway, so I'm sitting on my hands with the pound, so we'll wait. I suspect there's probably European data. We can just check that quickly, and in one sec while we see. I think there was some data that came out yesterday. There's Eurozone data. There's only Eurozone data, so no British data today. Oh, there is. Sorry, CPI is coming out this morning. That's why we're trading water. Okay, so what we need to do is just pay attention to what happens. The CPI should drive it in a direction. So at the moment, we're all over the place. And if I was a betting man, which is probably what I'm going to have to be to trade this, I would suspect this is setting up for a squirt higher based on CPI. So I'd be watching the zone carefully on the lower time frames, but just wait for the data to come up before you do anything. Okay, anyway, that's it for me. I hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.